Alright, hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Chris, also known as Voodoo, and today I'm bringing you a tutorial on how to make a good-looking stream overlay for Twitch.tv, and you can even use this for YouTube if you want. As you see, I have one actually underneath my my video right now. That's my old one. I'm about to make myself a new one because nobody else wanted one, so I'm about to make myself a new one. So first, what you do is you go to File, New, and you're gonna go down to Film and Video, and go to HDV/HDTV 720 by 29.97, and then you go to 1280 720, and then you're just going to change this to 300 so that you get the maximum resolution, and you keep it on RGB, but you change this to transparent. I already saved it as a preset. You can save it as a preset too if you want. But first off, what we're going to do is we're going to go, and I'm just going to change this to a dark black right now. A dark gray, I mean. You can't have a dark black. And I'm going to take this rectangle and I'm just going to line it up with the corner of my screen, and I'm just going to drag it. And I'm going to make this so that it's like 40 pixels. Anything bigger than 40 pixels is too big, in my opinion. If it's too big, it's really not. You don't really want to use it. Most people, if you're going to make one for them, they want it to be just enough so that they can't, like, so that you can put all of your social media links on it, but it's not too overpowering. So that's what our banner is going to look like to start off, and then I'm just going to add a gradient overlay to it and bring the opacity down to around 10% or 5%. Looks good. So we can just leave that there, and that's what our banner is going to look like. I'm just going to copy this layer style, so I'm just going to call that banner and just lock it. And we're actually going to duplicate this layer, and we're just going to fill up the screen like so. And we're just going to make it so it's the same size as the canvas. That way we have a perfect HD camera, and we're going to lower it down to around 140 pixels. Well, I'm sorry if I'm going too fast for you, but this is just how I work. I need to keep it under like 10 to 15 minutes. That's why I'm kind of going slow, but we're going to make a video right here, and I'm just going to rasterize this real quick and just duplicate it. And now I'm just going to try and find the center of it, center of the image. So right there, that's the center of it, just a little bit to the left, and we're just going to make it smaller by a little bit. And we can line that up with our overlay and get it right up to the top. And now that's how it's going to look. That looks pretty good. And we're just going to control click it right here and delete. So this is what our webcam box is going to look like. I'll just move it over. Just corner and edge. That's all it has to look like, and you can just put your webcam right in the middle of that. So it looks nice. It looks all fine and dandy. Let's get rid of that ruler. And we already have our gradient overlay on it, so that's good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our name to it. I'm just going to put Voodoo, but you can put whatever you want, and I'm going to do this in a silver color. So this is what I want my name to look like, and I just need to find the middle of my webcam. And I'm just going to unlock it. I'm just going to find the middle of my webcam and put that right in here. So that's what the middle is. Control T, and then I'm just going to line up Voodoo with that line. So that is the center of my webcam, and I've got my name right up on top of it. So the next thing we're going to do is we want to add some social media. So we're going to go over to Google, right in here, and I'm just going to search, I want Twitter logo, PNG. I want YouTube logo, PNG. And I'm going to put all of them, actually I don't want a PNG of YouTube. I'm going to put all of them in the description, and I'll send you a link to download all of the PNGs that I've already made. And then you can just edit it. I'll make a PSD pack for everything. Twitter logo, YouTube logo, and I want a Twitch logo. And I also want Gmail, just in case I want to put, actually no, I don't want to put my mail up on there. So what we're going to have as our icons is we're going to have Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Because I'm going to use this for all of my videos too, kind of like how I have at the bottom of mine. I'm going to have my logo, and then I'm going to have the Esports Nation logo, because that's what I work for. So I'm just going to take these Twitch logos, and I'm going to save them in a folder. Actually, let's go to my GFX pack, icons, raw, and I'll just put, this is a Twitch. So, and then I can exit out of that. I'm going to take this YouTube logo, I'll save that. Should go right to the same one, YouTube. And I'm just going to exit out of that. And then I'll take this Twitter one, Twitter logo. That's already a PNG, and I'll save that as Twitter. So we got our logos and stuff, and now we're just going to file open and go into them. Let's see where they are, right here. Icons. Raw, and I'm just going to shift click and open all of those. So these are our social media icons. I'm just going to get rid of this white background really quick, and I'm just going to save that right here, and I'll get rid of the twitch.tv white background as well, and I'm just going to save that as well. And there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to line it up from left to right, going over the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take YouTube. YouTube's going to go first for me, and I'm just going to line that up right towards the middle of it. So make it small enough to fit right inside of the thing, and that looks good to me. And I think I'm not sure which one I want to go. I'm not sure what I want to go with. I don't know if I want to do a purple or a silver. So I'm just going to try both of them out real quick. Yeah, I'm going to do silver. Black and white looks good to me. And lower that a bit. Okay, so that's that. And this is going to be more white. So this is our YouTube logo. I'm going to make the distance down to like 2, and the size is going to go down as well to 3. So this is where our YouTube will be, and right there I'm just going to duplicate this layer, and I'm just going to move it right in here, and I'm going to do /voodoo GFX. And for me, this text is a little bit too big, so I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. You don't want text to be too big. If the icons stand out, that's good enough for me. So I'm just going to actually take away the slash, because people will understand. So it's youtube.com/VoodooGFX, or you just search in VoodooGFX, and you get my YouTube. Next, we're going to add in our Twitter logo. I'm just going to put that right up. Oh, I was working with the wrong one this whole time. Let me just... Well, it's the same thing anyway. So I'm just going to take this Twitter logo and move it over here. It's the same picture, and I'll just make it small, about the same size as the YouTube. Now the problem with this Twitter is that it's not like rectangular, so you kind of just have to eyeball it. So that's a little bit too big for me. There you go. So this is the Twitter that I'm going to use. That looks good to me. And just shift and drag, put that there. And I'm going to copy the layer style and paste it. Now, before you get too far ahead of yourself, I suggest you start grouping these layers. So this is going to be webcam side. So that's the webcam. This is going to be your YouTube tab. And this is going to be your Twitter tab. So I'm just going to duplicate Voodoo GFX, click and drag and bring that over. And I'm just going to drag this text over right here. ASN_Voodoo, because that's my Twitter. And we'll just make that a little bit more even. So that is our Twitter tab. And then I'm going to bring in my twitch.tv logo and make that about the same size as the Twitch. As the YouTube, I mean. So just line that corner up and just click it. Now the problem with this twitch.tv is that it's actually a square. So it's going to be bigger than all the rest of them, but it's okay. It doesn't really look that... Actually, you can probably make it a little bit smaller. So that's good. And I'm just going to paste that layer style right there. And copy my ESN Voodoo to say it's just .tv/voodoo _. So that is those are my social media. And I'm going to add in my logo and website. That's going to be my next thing. So I'm just going to group these up. And that's going to be my Twitch banner. And these are going to be my social media tabs. So as you see at the bottom of my screen, or at the side of my layers tab, I only have 2 folders right now. And it helps you really organize everything, so you can see everything perfectly. And next what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up, and I'm just going to go to my logo, because I have my own little logo that I made. And I need to save this as a PNG, because I don't think I have it as a PNG yet. Yeah, no I don't. So, get rid of that. And I'm just going to take this group. Actually, I'm just going to save it as a PNG right now. That way it's not all distorted with the gradient and such. So I'm going to exit out of that. And I'm just going to open up my logo now. And I can click and drag this and there won't be a problem with anything. And this logo, I'm going to take, and I will put this logo in the left corner, and this is going to take you to my website. And I'm just going to make it nice and small, just like the other ones, just like the rest of them, around the same size. And I'm actually going to make this one white as well. So let me just get that all lined up like that. And here we go. So this is my website. And I'm going to take one of the text layers from that and move that up here. And I'm just going to move this over here. And my website is voodoo.weebly.com. And so it's pretty big. So that means that I'm going to have to move all of my tabs over, which helps it out that it's in a group, because then I can move it and just space it accordingly. So everything's all spaced out fine. And I'm just going to paste the layer style onto my logo, so it looks in line with all the rest. Looks good, right? But we still need to add a few things. It's not done yet. So now that I have pretty much everything that I want on the top of my layer style, or on the top of my layer, I'm going to add a few separators. So I'm just going to take the line tool, and I'm just going to draw a line right in the middle of it. Just like that. And it's going to make sure that it's the same color as this. Alright, so this is what I want, and now I'm just going to line it up and make it a little bit more even. So right in the middle. And we're just going to Control J that all around. And just line it up in the middle of all of them. And this will just separate everything a little bit more cleanly, so that it looks nicer. And I'm actually going to center everything now. So let me just bring this up to the top. Website. Because I have a lot of empty space right here. And that's my dividers. Okay, so I'm going to take my social media and my website, and I'm going to move that. I'm going to take all of this actually, and I'm just going to move that over towards the center of the image. So that looks good to me right now, but it's not done yet. I still need to add that I'm the graphics designer for Esports Nation. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back down to where my webcam is, and I'm just going to duplicate this rounded rectangle tool, and I'm going to bring this up to the top. And I'm going to bring that down here. But I don't want to have, how can I say, I don't want to have it taking up the full screen. I want to have like a little box that has everything that I really care about in there. So that's where this thing comes in. So this is going to be my social media box. It doesn't really look that good for me, so I'm going to remake it because it just looks a little bit out of touch. And I'm just going to copy that layer style and paste this layer style real quick. So this is my social media box. Now I need to find the center of the image so that I can put this properly there. So I'm just going to make a new tab, and I'm just going to gradient that in, and I'm just going to find the center of it, which is really simple to do. And that's all I need to do actually for that. So now I have my banner, and this is my center tab. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that I'm the graphics designer for ESN. So I'm going to open, and I'm going to take the logo that I already have for Esports Nation, and I'm just going to put that in here really quickly. La-dee-dee, la-dee-doo, la-dee-dum. Let me just put that in there. This is going to take up half of the screen. Or half of the little box. Which is good, that's what I wanted to do. And I'm going to find my, I want to find this overlay, and I'm going to put that on top of, like, all of my images. I'm going to have that as my, my layer style. And I'm going to type in graphics designer. Okay, and we'll just line that up right in there. But we need to make that a little bit smaller because it's too big and it's taking up more than half. And just load it up. So that looks good to me. But wait, there's a whole other side to it. And I also need to even this out a little bit, so that's not exactly in the middle. There we go. That's better. But there's a whole nother side to it. Well, for me, I'm just going to add all of the Esports Nation sponsors. So I'm just going to close out all of these things. All of these pictures. Because I don't need them anymore. And I'm going to take the sponsors images that I already have made, and I'm just going to put those on the side of it. So I already have an Esports Nation Twitter background made. So I'm just going to take the sponsors that I already have. So I just go over here to my sponsors tab, and I just take them. It's that simple. ESN sponsors. And I'm going to take the same font that I used for everything else, and I'm going to use it for this. It's that simple. But I also have to change all of these colors. I won't forget. I don't think I need the sponsors though. I don't need it to say sponsors. I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger. But basically that's just the end of the tutorial. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. I don't need that to say that. And I'm just gonna add the layer styles to it. But that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching it. If you were in the live stream, hopefully you liked the live stream. But that's basically it. As long as you have everything spelled correctly, you should be fine. You don't want to have a Twitch overlay that isn't spelled right. But that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm really enjoyed making it. I've been asked to make this multiple times, so hopefully this was well worth it. But that's basically going to be it for the video. If you didn't catch it along, it'll be uploaded to YouTube soon. And if you're watching this from YouTube, obviously you can just rewind whenever you want. But again, that's just the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Check out my portfolio. All of the links are at the top of the banner right here. You should know that. And I'm going to put this in my YouTube description. And they're also at the bottom of the Twitch if you're watching on Twitch. But that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video.